5 reasons YouTube beats SEO to grow your law firm. I know it's a bold claim. Is it really possible that YouTube can more effectively grow your law firm than spending all that money in SEO? Only if you understand what YouTube is, and only if you understand the algorithm and what you have to do to attract your customers. How do I know this? Because I'm also a lawyer, and I manage 2 law firms. And one of my YouTube channels is up to 180,000 subscribers, and I generate over 7 figures in revenue just from the traffic generated from my YouTube channel. But that's not the best part. YouTube pays me to create business. I get paid between $12,000 and $20,000 a month in ad revenue from YouTube just to put out content to attract more customers and clients to my law firm. I know what you're thinking. SEO is safe, and YouTube is a whole different ballgame, right? Well, I'm now going to give you 5 unignorable facts that will prove to you why investing in YouTube now will be much better in the future than ever trusting in Google or SEO. Number 1, people love watching videos made by real professionals providing real answers to their questions. Let me ask you, would you rather read a website with a 1,500-word blog post, or would you rather watch a 5-minute video that explains the same content in a much more engaging way? People want someone they can get to know, someone they can see their personality, someone who's not afraid to take the time to provide them value. Many people are afraid that artificial intelligence is going to continue to make it harder for lawyers to be able to market and gain a foothold in the marketplace. It is an undeniable fact that artificial intelligence is coming for our digital marketing. In fact, the moves that are being made by Google as well as Microsoft are quickly making many of the traditional digital marketing techniques that we as lawyers have used over the last 15 years quickly becoming irrelevant. However, one thing that is not happening right now is that AI has not been able to take away the human touch and connection that people can receive through YouTube marketing. In fact, I want you to think about this. YouTube has said very specifically they are requiring designations of any AI content is being used on any video. And people have a tendency to be able to tell very easily whether what they're watching on a video happens to be AI or true human connection. Everyone wants human connection, not computer connection. By learning to create videos that are genuine and engaging, you're going to have a foothold and a competitive advantage over any AI or any of your competitors when it comes to reaching your market. Number 2, YouTube videos allow you to double dip. If you start creating videos over written content, not only will you start to rank on YouTube for practice areas that you cover, you'll also start to show up on video content for Google searches for the same thing. How? Because Google owns YouTube. And Google pulls YouTube's data over into their own search engine and ties the 2 together. Google knows people prefer videos over written content. So Google, over time, has continued to serve up video content more and more on their searches. Think about it. Over 95% of people surveyed said they would much rather watch a video about a topic than to read about a topic. Not to mention, both YouTube and TikTok now overtake Google for searches for people under the age of 35. We all know whatever is popular with the younger generation will soon become mainstream for everyone else. Number 3, each YouTube video you create is a dedicated 24-hour salesperson that works for you forever. If you put in the effort and resources one time for a video, once you launch it, it lives forever on YouTube, and it continues to go out there and bring your law firm in money. YouTube videos are like evergreen pathways, funneling people to both your webpage, your sales funnel, ultimately to a sales call, and then that leads to money in your pocket. Now, in order to prove this to you, I want to show you a terrible video I recorded several years ago. On its face, it doesn't look like it really does very much, and I admit, it was very poor production. But I've been able to quantify, based upon the phone calls that have come in that are attributed to YouTube, that we have been able to sign up over 65 clients from this single video with an average case value of $10,000. In fact, even though I launched this video years ago, I still get calls from this video today. Now, here's where it gets really good. Once somebody finds your channel and they watch your video, YouTube's recommendation engine begins to suggest content to your potential customers, and now you can find people starting to binge watch your content, which then leads to them hiring you. In fact, at least a few times a month, I will have someone who watched a YouTube video on Hampton Law call our law firm and pay a retainer on the front end without ever even speaking to someone on a sales call based upon what they liked to hear on that YouTube video. Now think about that. Literally no one had to sell them on anything. They were already pre-sold on our law firm because of what they observed on our YouTube channel. Compare this to Google. If someone finds your website and reads your blog post, there's no way to be able to get them to bounce back to your content. In fact, the only way to re-engage that person once they found your website is now you would have to pay Google thousands of dollars in ads to retarget them to bring them back. Number 4, SEO becomes less complicated once you start to figure out YouTube. If you were like me for so many years, trying to generate leads, just like all other law firms, you were spending your time doing things like writing content, trying to find a way to attract more links, trying to make sure your content length was just right enough and that your keyword density was just what it should be. And the more I worked at this, the more I felt like it was a losing game I could never catch up with. In fact, Google has updates multiple times during the year. And just when I thought I started to figure it out, Google would have a new update and change the rules on me, and I felt like I lost all my progress. What I learned was the traditional way of trying to use SEO was really not worth the return on investment, and it was quickly becoming outdated. YouTube SEO is way easier. In fact, did you know that YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world? It is so easy to optimize good videos on YouTube. In fact, all you have to really do is focus on creating good content, adding the keyword phrase you're targeting in both the title and description, and then hit upload. You don't even have to worry about paying for or attracting those backlinks because YouTube doesn't even work that way. But don't forget, YouTube search is just the beginning. Once you really start to understand how YouTube works, YouTube will begin to pay you for the privilege of serving up content to attract more and more clients to your law firm. Number 5, and probably the most important, your competitors are not leveraging YouTube. YouTube may be the most unique opportunity you have ever had to leap ahead of your competition. Think about this for a minute. YouTube is an incredible opportunity that is almost being completely ignored by most law firms. And the lawyers trying to use YouTube are doing it all wrong. Many firms have no idea what they're doing. They're treating their videos like vanity projects, and then they get discouraged because they don't think that it works. So what do? They quit. But by doing what your competitors refuse to do, not only can you catch up to them, you can overtake them and create such a body of content on YouTube, it will make it virtually impossible for your competitors to catch up. Now, how do you get started? I actually want to give you 2 things. One, I want to encourage you to join our Facebook group, YouTube Mastery for Lawyers. Here you can learn about best practices and engage with a community of attorneys all working together to improve their YouTube. Also, I want to give you a Blueprint Mastery download where I help you with a few points to get started in taking action to use video and YouTube to grow your law firm. Look down on the description. I'm happy to send that over to you.